What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube?
Sixers are in trouble. I need a top five.
Man, let's get into bets of the week, man. What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube? Back for another episode of Charges to the Game Sports and Sports Betting Podcast, brought to you by the BetUS Sports app. Make sure you use promo code Charges to the Game for that special offer. They have live sports betting, casino, all of that, man. So go make sure you guys go check it out and get ready for the season upcoming, man. And then obviously Simply 8 vitamin gummy, man. I got them here, right here. This is just the hydration, vitamin and stuff like that. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on in the show and stuff like that, because I want to get you guys to get acclimated and know what I'm talking about more. But Big Z, man, what's up with you, fella?
Doing good. Football finally here, so a lot of news, a lot of excitement. Hall of Fame game this week, so let's get it kicked off. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Like I said, football. Well, like you said, football is back, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm happy as hell, man. I've been kind of spinning my wheels, trying to find shit to do. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, my day's always busy. You know what I mean? Especially when you got kids, lady, all of that. But at the same time, I mean, I'm very happy football is back. It adds another component to my life and a lot of men's lives just in general, and women now with the sports betting component, come into fruition and stuff like that, man. But like I said, wanted to elaborate a little bit more. This show won't probably be as long as some of the other ones. So this show, we're going to be talking a little bit about some popular news, man. So obviously the stuff with Deshawn Watson, we'll get into that. We're going to talk about this Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross. He's been suspended. The investigators found out some shit about them cheating. Obviously with the Tom Brady and then suspended games. We're going to get into all of that, man. All right. And then obviously we'll close up with like some of the sports bets and, some of that stuff that might be happening and coming along. But for right now, I wanted you guys to just kind of understand the BetUS Sports app. So BetUS is a betting app. Obviously, like I said, I know this kind of came out early. For some of the guys that maybe stopped watching the show when we were going for a little bit, going on our summer breaks and stuff like that. Like, yo, what are they talking about? So BetUS is a sports betting app. So they have live betting. If you bet on sports, you already know what it is. But for the people that don't, Big Z, I'll let you kind of talk a little bit about, just in general too, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, so the great sports betting is becoming legalized across the country. Just this week, Massachusetts, another new state, voted to legalize sports betting. And so an easy way to get involved is joining BetUS right at your fingers from your phone. You can, right now, baseball is a daily sport, day to day, where if you pay attention, you can make some money.
Like we did, right?
Yeah.
And funny story, I don't even bet baseball. I just listen to Z. Z hit me up early. Hey, take the Mets. And if everybody who watched the game know, Mets whooped that ass early, But go ahead, Z.
Yeah, twice we were there in person and cashing our bet.
Yes, sir.
Juan Soto's last game. Good luck in San Diego. He's in the playoff chase.
Let's talk a little bit about that, Z. I mean, we actually, as we add Jay in. Jay, what's up, bro?
Technical difficulties, but go ahead.
Go ahead. You good. But no, go ahead, Big Z.
No, we were talking about Juan Soto finally getting traded.
Man, I saw DC get outraged with that.
I mean, he's about to get $500 million.
Whew.
So
I leave too.
I mean, that's the gist of it is the money. The crazy thing is, though, San Diego is not a huge. They're this 27th ranked market in all of baseball, but they got an owner who spends. Washington is the 9th largest market in all of baseball, and Washington doesn't like to. Well, they won the World Series, so they spent to win. And once they won, he profited all that money, and then he's only thinking about making money. He ain't spending nothing else. He already got his trophy. He figured the fan base is happy forever. You got one championship, and so now it's the purge. I mean, last year getting rid of Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. And then Max came back with the Mets and totally dominated the Nationals. Cast the run
And I'll just to kind of elaborate on, like, me and Z actually went to the game the other day. I mean, Z, like, shout out to you, man. That was actually my second or third baseball game, man. I mean, I actually had a great time. We got to go see was the Nationals versus the Mets live and in person. Got to go see the big boys, man. Matt Scherzer was
Juan
on
Soto's
the mound.
last game in Washington.
That's crazy.
Very last game.
He homered to say goodbye.
Right, because I was just like, yo, let me see what this guy's all about. Because obviously people already know I don't watch baseball. You know what I mean? I watch it if the money's right. Like Z, like, look, take this, go ahead and take it better. It's live. Let's go get it. But I mean, being at the game, live and in person, the fucking birds just flying over our fucking head, man. Like, yo, I don't know if all baseball games are like that, but maybe it's because the stadium's so fucking empty. Like, that stadium was empty as hell.
A lot of Mets fans. A lot of people make
Mets gonna travel. Yeah.
But,
Scherzer got a 10-minute standing ovation when he left the game. I didn't know if that was Nats fans saying thank you for bringing a championship to Washington, or it was just all the Mets fans that took over the stadium.
And I will say this about baseball. And like I said, I still don't like it, but at the same time, I can see how some people bet baseball only because it's all about pitching. Yeah. It's literally all about pitching. My neighbor, before I moved here, was telling me about that. He was like, yo, baseball is the easiest sport. All boils down to and like Z, remember we're sitting there talking and back and forth of the game. Like, and like I said, this is coming from a guy that doesn't even know jack shit about baseball. Watch it. There's a night and day difference between Max Scherzer and who was Corbin?
Patrick Corbin.
Yo, it's. I mean, I don't even know like the deliveries, the strength. Just some of the juice that was coming off of the ball when Max was pitching, and then Corbin just like he's just at a fucking company softball game, shit out there. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I mean, I really do see the profitability in baseball and everything like that. But I will say that. But I want to spend too much time on it. But like I said, I mean,
Corbin is a whopping 4 wins and 15 losses on the season.
Yeah, so
the gift that keeps on giving if you bet against him every time.
The Nationals, yeah. I mean, so if you've been kind of riding that wave this baseball season, you're probably making a lot of money. And like I said, I'm just happy, man. Like I said, first of all, I'm happy football's back. I'm happy I'm winning money. I mean, like I said, it was so great. How do we before the game we go to the Dare Casino, bet our ticket, to Uber to the stadium. Watch the game, have fun, watch, our money win, and then drive back, get money in your pocket the same night. You know what I mean? It's nothing better than that, So at this point in the game, man, if you guys are not on the sports betting, I would get with it, man. Especially, like I said, the sports fans already know. You don't have to bet a ton of money either, man. And that's why I kind of wanted to elaborate on before we hop into this Deshawn Watson and Stephen Ross stuff with the Dolphins, but obviously the Hall of Fame game, just like our betting styles for the people that don't know. So the people that watch the show already know, about, especially once football season comes, like I said, I kind of take a break after football's first and then basketball and I'll, occasional boxing and stuff. But after that, I don't really bet on baseball and stuff like that other than what I hear and stuff. But, I mean, let's just talk a little bit about, like, I guess our betting styles, fellas. Like, what can the people look for this upcoming football season from us? And NBA actually starts in October. Yeah. So what can they, I guess, gauge off of that moving forward? I guess just individually, obviously.
Look, like for me, pay attention during preseason. You can make some money in preseason if you know coaches' styles. The coaches who try to win in preseason and those who don't care and never win in preseason. And it all comes down to quarterbacks. So look at the team's third team quarterback. And so like a team, and look for a team with a quarterback competition. So if you look at Pittsburgh, in the fourth quarter of a preseason game, you're going to have Mason Rudolph, who has a bunch of starts. in the NFL playing against undrafted rookie free agents on defense.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Former,
there
you call them
yeah.
what, truck drivers or something?
Yeah, truck drivers, bus drivers.
Oh Lord.
Macy's
Dude,
workers.
yeah.
And we got nothing against those people.
You sound like
You know
JJ
what I
Redick.
Well, no, but
he did
look,
say that.
He's
He was
like
being
plumbers.
disrespectful. He was being
Yeah.
disrespectful, though.
And-
Yeah.
look, you're watching them play in August. In September, they're going to be delivering your mail. And then you got them going against a veteran who's trying to hang on to his spot in the NFL.
Yeah, he's
So
trying
look-
to get that
yeah,
check.
Notice the teams with great backup quarterbacks and great third-team quarterbacks, veterans.
Other than Blaine Gabbert for the Bucks, because he sucks, okay? Just letting you know.
Oh my gosh. What's the quarterback from Missouri? The old guy who's in like his 18th year in the
Oh, you're
league.
talking about
Chase Daniel. Wherever Chase Daniel is playing, he is the king of preseason. In that fourth quarter, he is looking like he's a Hall of Fame quarterback and cashing every ticket.
Oh Lord. Every ticket. He probably betting on himself. All right, let me not say that.
and then look at the Ravens, because Ravens backup quarterback Huntley had about 5 starts last year, so he got some
I want that
experience.
boy. I want him.
So that and Harbaugh loves to win in the preseason. They always go 4-0.
So preseason, I mean, like I said, preseason is definitely gonna be kind of follow the trends. You know, for me, a guy like me, I'm not really gonna follow preseason too much. I'll kind of dip and dab with it and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, WNBA, but playoffs is right around the corner, so I'm kind of really happy about that. You know, I actually won the other night with the Mystics. The Aces came to town.
Yeah,
and Mystics got their win, and then I forgot it was the Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun won.
Connecticut Sun won me some bread.
So yeah, I mean, I do heavy with that. But this upcoming football season, ladies and gentlemen, I would definitely watch out for, you know, some of the bets that I'm talking about. Like when I talk about, like, hey, you got to go really go smash this bet. You know, just do it within your means. Obviously, I'm not trying to sit there and say, you know, hey, you blow thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. And Rome from Charges at the Game Sports Podcast said do it, you know, because I don't know your financial situation. But I'm just saying, for me and my money's always, for the most part, going to be set. I don't really take big risks. I go big, go home. You know what I mean? Like my bets are going to make sense. It's really going to be one of those things where it's like, you know, I stick with a few teams. Well, actually, I rock with a lot of the teams. I just love football. You know, and then college football, I mean, I'm kind of all over the place. Like, me and you were kind of talking. I love Houston. Houston Cougars are going to be good money this season in college
good
football.
old
And
Dana Holgerson.
Bro, and if you know anything about college football, they're going to light some shit up. I mean, teams like that in the college football landscape, I can already tell you right now for sure. And a lot of people are going to be like, huh? The Vikings are going to be good money. And when we get on the NFC side, for me, people like be like, yo, the Vikings, yo, the NFC is weak. Aaron Rodgers lost Devontae Adams. The Vikings, you know, lost a horrible head coach and defensive mind and Mike Zimmer. And then you got Justin Jefferson, and then you got Adam Thielen on the other side, and you got a healthy Dalvin Cook coming back. And I mean, a defense that's always solid. So, I mean, stuff like that, teams like that. And then obviously you kind of heard, you know, me earlier when I was kind of talking about some of these over-under win-loss totals for the season, man. I mean, you guys got to kind of take advantage of these, man. I mean, I just don't know what else to tell you guys. You want to win some money, you kind of really got to listen up, you know. So definitely, you know, I really hope you guys have been saving. Because I know I have, and I'm really excited about the football season, what's around the corner. Because I actually look at this like as a second job. Actually, I don't even look at it; it is the same. To be honest, I mean, I'm just letting you know it is a legitimate second job. You know what I mean? I look at news, I look at stats all day on my phone, so I know where my money's going, and everything like that. But Jay, I don't want to hold it too long. I want you to, you know. I guess you can kind of put your stuff out there too.
Hey, look, man. I always go look at the public. I look at spreads. I look at rhythms. I look at a few things. You know what I'm saying? Like Rome said, bet within your means. There's some, I mean, I'm probably gonna pull a Rome move. A lot of favorites that I know gonna be favorites. I'm gonna stack and hit them motherfuckers this year, 100%. Especially with football. And football, I'm gonna do a lot of over and under. You know, I think a lot has changed with the league. It's definitely geared to offense for sure. So anything that's within 6 close, especially division games as well, conference games, if them teams that are really close and they just know each other. Come on, man. That's easy money. That's easy money. Don't pay it. I mean, you can pay attention to how bad the team is, but y'all gotta understand they see that they see these same teams for years, coach same years, players and everything. So best believe I'm either betting over, depending on if it's a defensive team or if we're gonna have. I like Z. I don't know what I'm gonna bet with y'all and the Ravens. I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna watch the damn show and be betting that 100%.
All I gotta say is 2-0 last year. 2-0.
Okay, 2-0 last year. All right, 2-0.
I mean, but yeah, Ravens, y'all can't be losing fucking Mitch Trubisky. But anyway, I mean, like how you guys kind of heard from all of us that you can all kind of see our different betting styles and different betting perspectives. You know, like for me, I'm not, football. I've been saving all year for this. So if I lose a few hundred or a few thousand on dollars on a game, that's cool with me because I already know that's fine. Like my best is always gonna. I'm not betting $50. I already tell people like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm not betting $50. I'm not betting $25. I'm not betting $100 on football. On football, I'm not betting that. So just so when I stand up here, when I talk, I'm just letting you guys know. I'm like, you might say I'm taking a gamble on this game. I'm not taking a gamble. I don't gamble. I sports bet. You know what I mean? No, I'm just telling you, bro. I mean, I don't gamble. Gambling is like a win-loss thing. You know what I mean? I sports bet, so I know what I'm talking about when I'm sports betting. So if I like teams like the Raiders, like I said, I'm all over the Raiders. I'm all over the Raiders this season. I'm all over the Colts this season. Teams like that's gonna have favorable spreads like -2, -3. I'm not even a spread guy, and like I said, absolutely love the Colts because they're gonna have some favorable spreads, all season long because they think Matt Ryan's washed up, and Colts fans are really gonna show him something. We're gonna show him what's up. We're gonna get this money, but like I said, I don't want to get too long-winded with it, and everything like that, but. Fellas, let's talk a little bit about this Deshawn Watson news, man. So, obviously, the news came out initially with the 6-game suspension, and with the league is not satisfied at all, huh?
Yeah, 6-game suspension with no fine.
Oh my goodness, yo! I mean, so go ahead.
Yeah, he would have lost $360,000 of his $250 million guaranteed contract.
Man, so he loses no money.
Yeah, because the way they set up his contract for this year. Mm-hmm. What is it? $1 million salary, $25 million signing bonus for this year.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I'm happy about Deshaun Watson, only getting the 6. And some people are like, I hate that. I hate that viewpoint. And like I said, we all have different perspectives. I'll kind of go first, but my kind of opinion on, and I even said it last show. I told you guys. Z was talking, man, this and that, Calvin really. What did I tell you? They do not care about. Like I said, this is not me. They do not care about. What he did with the females, and they don't care.
Did you see the hashtag free Calvin Ridley?
I saw it. They don't. But the one thing they do care about is that sports betting money. And you want to know why? It's because of people. I'm not saying it's like us because I'm not rich at all.
$1,500 for a guy who was making.
It's more than It's more than that.
He was making $10 million a year. He bet 2 parlays worth $1,500.
Nah, he making more. No, he made more than that. Z, don't let it fool you. I'm telling you, there's some stuff they're gonna hide.
That's what he got caught. Two bets, $1,500.
Yeah, and also that's conflict of interest.
And his dumbass did it on his phone. That's how they traced it back to him.
Yeah. Oh, he a dumbass. Yeah. See, it's part of the CBA bar.
But did you see what his hashtag, his name was on his account?
What?
No.
It was C. Ridley.
Oh, he retarded. Yeah, you can't make
He's
this
wild.
But the thing, he thought this shit was okay. But that's conflict of interest of the game. Can you imagine the quarterback like Tom Brady?
On them. At least he bet on the Falcons.
But I would say this: can you imagine like a player like Tom Brady, like, yo, I ain't fucking with this game. Fuck this shit. And they're favored to win, and then the other team wins, and you bet on the other side, and someone gets rich off of that. And the casinos are mad as hell. You can't mess with conflict of interest in sports betting. So that's why it's so very important, because it's going to make you thousands and millionaires. You know what I mean? Yeah. And everybody can't be that. So that, and like I said, I mean, with the whole Deshawn thing with the women, I mean, nothing stuck. Nothing stuck.
No,
Everything was mucky.
But did you read her report? I mean, she was. I believe he's a sexual predator. I believe the judges.
Judge, Sue.
She said he is guilty. I believe he's a sexual predator. I believe he violated these women, just not in a violent way. He was just, what did she say? Non-violent, sexual.
Egregious. He said it was really egregious.
But she said, due to the NFL's precedent, she just said any violation of the the player conduct thing they have is 6 games, and they changed it to Roger Goodell's discretion last year. But she said they didn't notify Watson before they changed it, so his stuff happened before they changed the punishment to whatever Goodell wants last year.
Well, they say like this. I forgot I was reading about it too. They say like the sexual, like that realm of how this was played out and stuff like that is not exactly in a bargaining. Like that's not an agreement. That's because people. I guess that came out with the because of sports betting. The people were talking about the weed, and they're like, no, that's clearly defined in CBA.
But look, the funny thing about the CBA though, that says if there is a ruling against the league and it gets appealed, the judge is Roger Goodell, who will decide whatever he wants.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. So all powerful Roger Goodell. I mean, he has pretty much everything,
And God bless the Steelers, the only team to vote against.
Oh, here you go.
The only team to vote against.
Oh man, you see the hat? Where your Steelers hat then? Look, you know what I mean? Where's that shit at?
The only team. The only team to vote against giving Goodell all the power.
I hear you.
Think about it. Every other player rep for every other team voted for it because they didn't want to have a lockout and the players didn't have enough money. They couldn't afford to miss games and they refused to lose any money. The only team that stood up and voted against it was the Steelers. And because the team was against it, the great Mr. Rooney went to the owners and voted against it. It wasn't unanimous to give him, and it was because of the James Harrison situation back then, where Goodell was basically attacking James and suspending him for nothing.
Yeah, well,
and now every player in the league is looking back on it thinking, damn it, we should have did the same thing that the Steelers did and not give this dude all the power in the world.
And like I said, I'll chime in. I mean, obviously, we already know. I mean, like I said, as a Bucs fan, I think I've already said this numerous times. I already know what the Steelers mean. They're a top 5 organization in the world with this. FIFA, NFL, NBA, they're a top 5 organization.
They support their players.
And it's not about money. It's about their viewpoints and their just being fair. You know what I mean? Just being fair and just what makes sense. Everything, if it loses them a few million or billion or I don't even know. They're not. I mean, obviously, they're not in the business to lose money. They're gonna always make money. But even their ticket prices are not even like they're not like when you go to Tampa Bay. Like as a Bucs fan, like they was giving fucking tickets away when before we had Brady and shit like that. Now them shits is like $400 or $500 a pop. You know what I mean? Steelers across the board is, it doesn't matter how good the team is, or even when they had Ben and they had all them, those rich years, where they were in the running, ticket prices weren't too crazy. I know that for a fact.
No, they don't raise prices.
But taking it back to the Deshaun situation, like I said, my viewpoint on it is, nothing stuck. Some of these women lied. I'll be honest with you because I do got to stand up for the dude, and you know
he
what
settled
I mean?
24 cases. Why do you settle if you have nothing to hide? Why do you settle those cases?
I mean, no, he obviously did something wrong. I'm not saying he's
if you're innocent, you're gonna fight and scream at the top of your lungs, "I'm innocent." That's what he said he would do.
Why are
you
inviting him back? I'm saying, why are you inviting him back to the massage parlor and all these different?
Yeah, let me invite him right back.
Why you inviting me back? If he's fucking the shit out of you, why you invite me back?
Did you read that part of the judge's statement? From this day forward, Watson is only allowed to use Brown's employee massage therapist moving forward.
Yeah, he gonna get a fan. Hey, look, cousin. You know what I mean? Hey, I saw this nice little fine, you know, I don't know what do the women look like, y'all? Are they white, black, Hispanic? What are they?
The ones I've seen, everybody.
Okay.
And he was flying them in from everywhere.
Yeah,
and
I saw a lot of pale faces. So I saw like a lot of Spanish and Latino, Dominican, Brazil type looking women. You know what I mean? Little sisters, some sisters too.
Flying the women in from Atlanta. All the fine women in Houston.
I do gotta laugh. You funny as shit, my friend. You are funny as fuck. Like, yo, but I will
meet them on Instagram. You're Deshawn Watson. I mean, what kind of dude?
Bro, get your fan, get you some friends. And be like, hey, I'm gonna do this through you. So then, you know, they come through you and then they get to me. Like, bro, you gotta set up the bridge.
The funny thing was the team settled with all the women too. So the team would book.
But the team was involved. The team was involved.
The team 100% was involved. They did all the bookings.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, he was.
There's over his shoulder. Oh, you like that hoe, Deshaun? Yeah, you know what? We got you, bro. We're flying. Oh, on us. Just stay.
Oh, my God. And the week he said he wanted out of Houston, lawsuit came.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not denying none of that too. I have looked at a lot of people that's also I've been told too, legal as far as lawyers and stuff like that. People settle, and it's not only because they feel like they're guilty and stuff like that. They got a lot of stuff going on, and honestly, they just want to get through the process as soon as possible.
Yeah, and then the crazy, the original lady, the first lady who went public on HBO, she's one who settled this week.
Yeah,
but undisclosed. Right? So there's one person who didn't settle. Nobody knows who that person is. I thought it was going to be that first lady who had 100 million files of evidence against him and went on Real Sports and cried for an hour.
I remember saying that.
I cried too for the money I want.
Yeah, shit. And then so she settled 30 minutes before the judge made her decision. Deshaun settled and gave her basically a blank check.
But I will say this, man. I'm gonna say this, and Jay, you brought up a great point. People do settle because I mean, obviously we're human. I've settled in court for suspended license type charges and stuff like that. That don't mean I did it or even ticket. I mean, just speeding like you settle, so you just don't even want to go deal with it, and you got to pay lawyer fees and get dragged out in court. You sometimes it's better to settle, and if you get a lawyer and those like, hey, look, man, there's no point. Just settle, just pay this, and just get the fuck out the way, bro. What is that to you, bro? That's $5 to you. I mean,
it is.
You know what I mean? So he might not even done it. See, like I mean,
you could say that if it was one or two women, but when there's 60,
I know I'm not saying. But they like, bro, why are they inviting them back to clap the shit?
Not all of them getting invited back, but some people definitely double up.
Okay, I don't want you to clap me no more. But okay, are you coming over this way?
And then so in the league's appeal today, they were upset because they only presented 5 of the women and to the judge. The judge only allowed 5 women's cases to be read in the judge's case against.
But Deshaun. I'm disgusted about.
So now they're gonna bring 60 women in the appeal, and then they said they're trying to get him for over a year now. They wanted not only one season, they want more than one season, and
that's cool. Like I said, I'm not trying to justify what the Deshaun Watson did sentence, but my biggest point, if you were really fearing and all of this, and you know, why are you inviting my man back? Because you know why? Because you wanted the money. And you could blackmail them, and you could this was all set up by the team. Well, you know what I mean? So I'm always. Why do you keep inviting him back? And I read it and I saw it and I invested. Obviously I'm not an investigator, but that stuck out. Why? So what are you saying? If you said no to Deshaun coming back, is he gonna kill you? Is he gonna strangle you?
Glass half full with this appeal. He's gonna be playing week 1 against Carolina against Baker because
I want to see it.
So he's gonna make it happen. Yeah, he's gonna fight it, and then they'll go all the way up to the Supreme Court if they have to.
Man,
they'll go to federal court, man. And so he can play while they're in federal court, and so that means game 1, game 2, and game 3 in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Deshaun Watson is gonna play.
But the NFL has always failed. Oh, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say just on that. Like I said, I agree with you though, Rome. If he did it, absolutely, he deserved to get that hammer, get that lock. But I do feel like I said, he's done some of this. 100%. I feel like he's done some of this. But the thing about it though is that I don't know. Me being down in Houston and seeing how the Travis Scott concert went and lawyers picking up the phone saying, "Hey, we can try to get some money. Say you there," like really reeling people in. That changed my entire perspective on all this shit. Because I never heard of nothing the same but being here and people saying, "Hey, bro, my lawyer's about to sue because that Travis Scott stuff. You should talk to him." He's saying, "This is a good money. We can get him." Like I'm like, bro, what?
and that's the reason why I'm not saying what Deshaun did is right at all. But one thing I do know, I know the game. I know the circle of athletes and women. I understand. I even know women that target athletes, college, pro, all of that. So I mean, like I said, as much as obviously I do, I'm saying I'm against women and all of this and that. I'm not getting into all of that. But at the same time, you have to take accountability for what's out there. Like you sitting there, just my man can't even go. Everybody knows where he's going to be hanging out at night. These athletes and stuff like that, they're targeted. You know what I mean? Have you ever went to a game and a basketball game or football game?
With him, they have his corny messages on Instagram. They have that as evidence.
Oh yeah,
he reach out.
I kept thinking, man, if you have over $50 million per year, what the heck are you doing? Trying to act like you're a teenager, trying to get a girl on Instagram, sending an instant message to a stranger you don't know, asking her if she knows how to give massages, instead of hiring a licensed masseuse. So you see all these NFL players on ESPN talk about, well, I played 15 years in the league, and I had one masseuse for the whole 15 years. Matter of fact, I've been retired for 3 years. I still had that same masseuse. Why does he need 60 women, 60 different masseuses?
I'll say this, and then we can kind of move on. And Jay, I'm gonna let you close it out. I mean, obviously nobody's perfect. These are not heroes and stuff like that. We want to make them. The NFL does want to make these people post their child Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? They want to do that. I get it. These are still men. These are still tempted, adrenaline rush, high testosterone,
dangerously horny, apparently.
I know who's going to suffer is Cleveland, because now if the league is going to say we're trying to suspend him for over more than a year, and so they're going to drag it out. He's going to play the first 3 games, and then the judge will make the decision week 4 or week 5, and he is out for the next year and a half. And they're stuck with Jacoby Brissett.
That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Deshaun, get out them ball, bro. Go, Jay. I'm going to let you close.
I'm about to say, all I'm saying is, like you said, bro, I don't know exactly sure. I know I didn't battle with some people about this, and they're saying these are all separate accounts, separate women that don't know each other and stuff like that. But
or money. Leak may be happy with just saying, fine him $15 million, and the league will be happy because he got fined $0.
Yeah.
0. Or basically the 6 games will be $350K. So the league may say, okay, we'll make it 8 games plus a $15 million fine. Doesn't kill you, but it's a big enough statement that the women and people don't protest too crazy saying he was fined a big amount.
Yeah. For this. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the money being fined because, like I said, these are all things that
And
I'm
he'll
gonna put
make
it like
back.
this.
His money's guaranteed. So
He's
he'll
gonna make it back.
Yeah.
But I will say this: there is a reason why what I believe it was 2 judges that denied taking this case and making this decision for a reason.
But that was on the criminal side. I mean,
That was on the criminal side.
Yeah, the civil side, he was going to get got. That's why he.
Oh, with the civil, civil is
that's
sweet.
why he
Civil is
settled
sweet.
24 cases.
I'll say
That's
this.
what Silver's for. That's what Silver's for.
As much as we talk about it, fellas, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I know it's good TV and it's good entertainment. Deshaun ain't getting suspended over 5-6 games, bro. He might even play week 1.
Well, no, he was already suspended 6. Now
6,
they're trying
I'm not surprised if it's gonna get reduced. It's not gonna be a full year. It's not gonna be indefinitely.
It's gonna be more. The league is going for either indefinite or now they're saying more than a year. Pre the judge's decision, they were saying they would have settled for 8.
Cause you know what's gonna happen if they do that,
they'll drag it on in court. Delay it.
But I know that. But can you imagine if I'm a Cleveland Browns fan? I bought season tickets.
Oh, yeah,
you know the outrage. Why? But no. The Cleveland's gonna have to do something because they probably had him on some of these tickets saying he's out there and around. I don't know the legal side of it. Hey, I bought my season tickets because of Deshaun Watson. I want my fucking thousands of dollars back, you bum ass big head bitch. All right, I'm not paying for fucking Jacoby fathead percent, bro.
So
you gotta give me my money back. And I don't want to deal with that. Cleveland, hey, Mr. Goodell, can you please let Deshaun Watson play?
So
our fans are asking for their money back.
Here's another point where the other owners are mad. So it's that the $250 million guaranteed. So when you give guaranteed money, the owner has to have that amount of money
in the bank account. Yep. Yeah, I knew he's gonna get that.
Cleveland's owner had the $250 in the bank in escrow to give him a $250 million signing bonus. The biggest complainer about that is Steve Bisciotti with the Ravens, who's negotiating with Lamar.
Yeah.
So that is telling you that he doesn't have the $250 million cash in escrow to give all of it 100% guaranteed. That's why NFL's guaranteed money, they usually do only first year, 100% guaranteed, and everything else is deferred because every owner has that cash in escrow for 1 year. They don't have the $250 million in escrow to write you a $250 million check tomorrow. Cleveland's guy did, and he did that. So the other owners are not happy. The other owners are not happy with the suspension. Roger Goodell works for the owners. Roger Goodell is going to be the judge of this appeal.
But also this, but the owners and everything I hate to say all boils back to the fucking Washington football team.
Lord.
All of these guys, I can't remember Jay was either you or Z I was talking to on the phone the other day. I was talking about something about, these owners, they all know each other's dirt.
They do. You were talking to me about it.
So, bro, I mean, when you were this kind of segues into our next segment about the Dolphins shit. But I mean, before we hop on that, just know that nothing's ever going to happen. They're never going to force Daniel Snyder to sell the team. It's not like with the NBA and stuff like that. If you obviously did something really crazy and egregious, I mean, NFL's different. NFL's a good old boys club. Look at some of these guys. These guys, I mean, they just look like descendants of slave owners. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just bro, they just look. I mean, and they got that look and stuff like that. Like, but at the same time, like, nothing's gonna happen to the owners, man. Just take it as that. Let's move on. Let's talk about this Dolphins stuff, man. So,
Exhibit A. Nothing happening to the owners.
Nothing's going to happen. Like, what did they find, my man? Like $1.5 million?
Yes.
Bro, that's $100 to me, you and Jay.
Really? That's $100.
It's $1 billion. You know what I mean? I mean, it's crazy. That's nothing. And then what was the allegations that they caught him with? They said that he's been caught pretty much just telling them to go out there and lose fucking football games, right?
Well, so what happened was, with the Flores situation, yeah. So basically, they wanted to get Joe Burrow in the draft, and so they needed to lose to get that number 1 pick. And he specifically said He told now the league admits he did tell Flores to lose games in order to improve the draft status. Did say there would be some money involved for him, but the league said we don't think he was serious when he told Flores that. And the fact that Flores didn't listen to him and won the last 8 games of the season. So we're going to discount that whole thing. So basically they're saying, yes, he said it, but we think he was joking when he said it.
See? Nah, Flores ain't got a job, bro. He was sick. He was sick.
Yeah, so Flores' statement was...
Well, he does have a job, but
he was like, we're thankful the league agreed and substantiated my claim. And then the craziest response was the Stephen Ross's response. Instead of answering what he was found guilty of the tampering, he went off on a personal attack on Flores in his statement.
Bro, he's old and white. He's old, white, and rich. Have you seen my man?
He's worth.
How old is he?
So he's worth $8.2 billion.
Yeah, fuck these niggas. I don't give a fuck about that nigga.
He got fined.
Y'all don't say that. You know,
he got fined. He got fined $1.5 million, which represents 0.018% of his debt.
I ain't apologizing to these niggas. I mean, when you get people like that, bro, how old is he? Like 70 something?
Yeah. He's suspended 6 games too. So we'll be back week 7.
He probably said a lot more than that. He said that black stupid.
But people are saying he's an owner. He can work from home. He doesn't have to be in the skybox to do his work. What do you mean suspended from the stadium for the first 6 games?
It's literally nothing. Like I said, I mean, you got up a good point. Good job with this, Z. I mean, like I said, these guys, people like him, they don't care. He's attacking Flores. He thinks he's the problem, even though, bro,
and banned him from the league. If Mike Tomlin wasn't there and the Rooney family wasn't there, the only
nobody wanted to hire him.
Yeah,
no one. The whole Kaepernick situation all over from a coach's perspective. Yeah. You know, nobody wanted to touch him. You know what I mean? But it's people like Mike T and that organization. Like I said, that's why I just hate to equate it to like organizations like that kind of lead the way. You know what I mean, for minorities and people of color, because if they didn't kind of step up to the plate, he's an NFL level head coach, Brian Flores is, and now he has to set. What is he? A position coach,
linebacker coach.
He's a fucking position coach.
Well, slash whatever they call defensive assistant.
I mean, he's not even a coordinator.
Linebacker coach.
He can't. I mean, it's just crazy. He can't even get a job other than obviously another.
But look, God bless him. Watching those clips of Miles Jack and Devin Bush, Brian Flores has already made a difference in 1 week.
Oh, y'all got Miles Jack? I did not know that.
I was like, ooh, Flores. I mean, and he's just like Tomlin. He's in there. He's jumping in the middle of the linebackers. All the linebackers going crazy. I'm like, that was the greatest addition. That's going to change everything in Pittsburgh.
But yeah, this guy Ross, man. It's like it's people like that. Like I said, these owners are untouchable. You want to talk about untouchable? They are untouchable at NFL standards. Roger Goodell is the judge, jury, and executioner. And like I said, he's always going to side with them. You know what I mean? That's a pact. Fuck these players. Fuck Deshaun. Fuck all of these guys. They don't give a fuck about these people.
With that, though, so he was talking to Brady all the way back when Brady was with the Patriots.
Oh, that's another
thing. And then he was talking to Brady when he was with Tampa.
My quarterback.
And so they're saying the relationship comes not – so Ross is a Michigan guy, went to Michigan. But one of Brady's best friends owns 5% of the Dolphins. He's another Michigan guy. That's where the relationship comes. And the Sean Payton angle comes from Brady and Sean Payton have the same agent, who's also a Michigan guy. And so they had been working on this thing. So if Flores didn't drop his lawsuit, that's what blew up their whole deal. Because Brady would have been in Miami and Sean Payton would have been Miami's coach.
Look at you, Javi, smiling.
And and the closest thing he could get was Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Yeah.
And so Brian Flores' lawsuit put a halt to all of their plans. And then so Miami had to be stuck with Tua again, and then they pivoted and then hired their coach they got now. But the interesting point is, okay, they lost a first-round pick. So they had 2 first-round picks next year's draft. If Tua is garbage this year, the whole point was to have 2 first-round picks to trade to the top 5 to get quarterback from Ohio State or quarterback from Alabama. But now they don't have the ammo because they lost the picks and they can't trade up. So if Tua sticks it up, they're going to be forced to bring Tua back. So that's the real problem.
Oh, yeah. The most accurate quarterback in the league per Tyreek Hill.
No, you did say that. I mean, I get it.
I mean, he may be right. Number-wise, he may be right.
Look, that must be in his contract to say something good about Tua.
Oh, he got to. You got to hype him up. Did he say he was more accurate? Did he say he was better than Mahomes or something?
He said he was the most accurate quarterback. I mean, maybe stats-wise, but shoot. If I throw 3 passes and I land on 3 passes and Mahomes throw 10 and he missed 1, I mean,
all I'm gonna say is okay. I'm not even.
He's not entertaining that shit.
I get it. I mean, is he from Florida? He's from South Florida, ain't he? Yeah. I mean, I get it. You're back home. You're happy, bro. You get to see all your friends. Invite them to the game.
You're paid.
Bro, that's the thing. I get it. You're happy. You're back home. So you can say all you want. We already know what 2 is, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway, I mean, I mean, with the whole Brady situation, obviously, you know, it's kind of a big deal, man. I mean, obviously with the Dolphins, what they were trying to do, and this is when stems all the way back to when he was with New England. You know, they've been trying to get Tom for a while. They were sick of seeing him in the division, running up the score on his ass.
Offered him part ownership when he retires.
Man, I mean, just him being in that division, just killing them for years and years and years. You know, you try to
Michigan guys. So your 2 owners are Michigan guys, and watching a Michigan guy destroy you every year.
Yeah, don't they call him Michigan man or something?
Yeah, like Michigan man. Yeah.
And that little saying, I mean, it's kind of like a little brotherhood, you know, a little mini brotherhood.
And Brady didn't get in trouble because the guy who owns 5% is his boy for 30 years. So they were like, you could have a conversation with your friend. That's not really tampering. But the fact that Stephen Ross came in was so arrogant. So this dude has been talking to Brady about coming to Miami for 10 years. And Ross was so arrogant, he had to involve himself in all the meetings and involve himself in everything.
He's rich, old, and white. I mean, that's just, I don't expect nothing. I'm surprised he didn't say something about monkeys or something crazy.
OW.
You know what I mean? You lucky monkeys got a job. You lucky slavery ended. You know what I mean? Some shit like that.
It sounds like he Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Hello, monkeys.
Bro, people like him. I'm surprised they didn't slip up and say that. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure that stuff flies around him. But, I mean, anyway, fellas, let's talk a little bit about and close out with this Hall of Fame game. Obviously, football is back. Jay, man, your Raiders, you know, lead the way against this Jaguars squad, man. I mean, like I said, it's a nice way to open up the NFL season. I just want to see football. I don't care what it is. Professional football, not XFL, not arena football, not the fan-controlled league. NFL talent will be on the field. So, Jay, I'm going to let you go first, man. This is your squad against this Jacksonville squad. So, I mean, obviously, it's just preseason. But what are you looking forward to out of this football? You know, just tomorrow, just in general.
The offensive line. That's it. Everyone else is. I mean, none of our big people are going to be playing offense or defense. But offensive line is a makeshift line. So there's going to be some big boys out there that we need to look at. Then I'm gonna watch. So that's all I'm looking forward to. That's all I'm looking for. So yeah. Outside of that, you know. It's just football, so I'm going to watch. It's the Raiders, and it's football. So I'm going to watch regardless. But that's all I'm personally looking for. How's that O-line look, even with second string, third string? I want to see how they're moving. I also want to see some of the plays that are being ran and pulled too, because I talked to a few people especially another Bucks fan was talking about that. Well, not a Bucks fan, a Tom Brady fan. So he watched Patriots for years and saying that Josh McDaniels may not be it. I'm interested to see. Well, you can't get no worse than Gruden and the cat we had, but I'm interested to see the type of plays, run, the style. So those are the things I'm really like looking at tomorrow. Not more so the players, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, man. I mean, I'm just happy football is back. I ain't
Yep.
gonna lie.
That was coming.
I mean, like I said, I'm ordering me some fucking chicken wings. All right, I'm ordering me some fucking chicken wings from.
You ain't got no more those chicken wings. Those what's some joints called? The General Toast.
I'm trying to decide between that, bro, and wings.
Well, you ain't there anymore though. You ain't around that way anymore.
I can still drive up there for them wings, bro. But they got Chinese food all over the fucking place. But they
was hitting
like
on
that.
another level. Yeah, they was hitting on another level. You found the gym, boy.
I might have to take a drive up there. So I'm gonna order me some fucking wings, fries, shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch the fucking game. I'm gonna yell at this fucking TV. I'm gonna sit there and take my shirt off and just do all types of crazy shit like I normally do. Hold the fucking football on the couch. You know what I mean? All types of little crazy shit. So I'm just happy football's back, just in general. I'm just so excited for the season. Obviously, and then, just for money purposes too. You kind of take a look at these young guys. Some of the young guys are going to play. Maybe not the first overall pick of the Jags and stuff like that. But the second, third, and fourth round picks will play. Some of these guys I know from watching from college.
Undrafted free agents.
Yep. Yeah. So
that's always a cool thing. Who's going to come out of nowhere and make the squad?
Yeah. Who's going to be the next one? The best? One of the best preseasons I saw out of his rookie receiver was Victor Cruz. I always remember. I was like, yo.
Oh yeah.
He was out there balling, and then sure enough, he became an NFL superstar. So you get to kind of see what it's going to come before it's coming, because he was, I don't know if he was undrafted or fifth or sixth round pick.
Yeah.
At the time. But I mean, you get little stuff like that.
From Hofstra.
Yeah. So I mean, you get these small school guys that are gonna be out there, and then just football in general.
Shoot, Terrell Davis. And nobody will ever forget that first preseason game in Tokyo. Opening kickoff, Terrell Davis knocked a dude out on the opening kickoff. That was the birth of a Hall of Fame career.
On special teams.
6th round pick.
Yeah, we're gonna make you special, all right.
So I mean, ladies, this is the time. Don't please leave your man alone, bro. It's very stressful times for us. And I'm speaking this for all the guys. You know what I mean? Just please leave him alone. He doesn't want to go out on Sunday. He doesn't want to go hang out and drink sometimes on Saturday because he knows something. I mean, if he's a betting guy, he's probably gonna wake up early and go to the betting casino. Then he has to go out and get the grill ready. He has to go get the beers. You know what I mean? As much he was up under you watching your little reality TV.
Reality TV, yeah, there you go.
Leave him alone. He was only doing that because he had nothing else to do. Okay,
the whole month
is back.
Whole month
Please
of
go
July.
sit down somewhere. Please go sit down.
Hope everybody got all their brownie points for the whole month of July. And did your vacations, did your dinner dates, did everything. It got through July. Let's go August. We're here.
Like I said, I'm just saying for the ladies, man. Just please leave them alone. Please. Because my boys like, yo, you please just say something. You know what I mean? I'll speak for you guys. So, but I'm just happy football is back, man. Like I said, there's not a whole ton to look for in this game. It's just a Hall of Fame game. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they got the Hall of Fame coming up, obviously. Was it this weekend?
Yep, Saturday.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's an event. If you're going to that, safe travels. I've actually never been to, the Hall of Fame. I'm hoping to go one day, but keep here. I mean, I understand it's very expensive. It's not.
Well, I don't know.
I'm saying the packages. I'm saying all of the ticket packages type thing with the hotel. And
I know. So I went 20 years ago. It was super cheap.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, it was probably like $5 there.
Look, an hour and a half ride from Pittsburgh.
That's nothing. Yeah, see, I gotta hop on a plane, gotta get a hotel, rental car, all of that. So I mean,
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you from the area, that's a little different. But like I said, football's back, man. So I mean, obviously, guys get excited. College football is right around the corner, and everything like that. So I'm looking forward to that as well, man. So there's a lot of good money in the college football arena, man.
Look,
so
college football week 1, Notre Dame at Ohio State.
don't sleep on that game, man.
And then
early matchup.
Marcus Freeman, Ohio State legendary linebacker, head coach of Notre Dame. First game he's played his alma mater.
I'll say this about these week 1 big games like that. The favorites, if the favorites come out snoring, and that plus money looks good. You know what I mean? Because like a team like I'm pretty sure Ohio State's going to be favored, right? Yeah. But a team like Notre Dame who has the same skill and talent, I'm pretty sure they're going to be a decent sized underdog. I'm not like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to putting some money on that Notre Dame squad to come out and shock because week 1 guys are going to cramp up. You can take an L. In these week 1 matchups and stuff like that. With these juggernaut teams against another juggernaut team with the same type of talent. But college football is good money, man. So,
oh my gosh! So Duquesne, which is a tiny school in Pittsburgh that used to be a D3 school,
smart kids.
They opened the season at Florida State. They were literally when I was in high school, they were a D3 school. They started the program, and this was in the 90s. How are they playing Florida State?
Money. It's kind of like how these other teams play the HBCUs, and stuff like that. So I mean, when we talked about it, remember Alabama played somebody last year, like South Alabama or some shit, or some small little school, and somebody it's just money. I mean, that game pays for the whole university.
Yeah, like when Nick invited Kent State to come down to make his personal donation to his alma mater and have an easy 40-point win, and that
damn,
that game paid for all the other sports at Kent, and they were like, "Thank you, Nick, for your donation to your alma mater. We greatly appreciate it."
Oh, he went to Kent.
Yeah, he went to Kent, and so that's why he had Kent twice go to Alabama and wrote them a $2 million check. Man. And that covers a lot.
College football is probably the only sport where you will see me bet, over $50 or $100 on big spreads like -20. I take that shit in college football. These motherfuckers get blown the fuck out. In college football, that's a different animal, man. Definitely a different animal.
Yeah. Fun game. So Alabama's at Texas on campus. They usually don't.
That's a big game.
They usually don't play a road game.
Week 1?
Week 1 for both teams, but technically week 2 of the season.
Is it Austin?
Yeah, at Austin.
What is the date on that? I know I ain't gonna be able to afford a ticket to that.
September 3rd, so it's Labor Day weekend.
I'm gonna
look at Austin.
Yeah, and then the other fun game is Oregon against Georgia in Atlanta.
Well, Georgia just gonna pound the motherfucker.
But Oregon's head coach was Georgia's defensive coordinator last year.
It'll be an interesting matchup. But yeah, I mean, so like I said, I really hope you guys have been saving your money, man, for this sports betting season. So we can try to get this money, man, and everything. Like I said, create that BetUS Sportsbook account, man, and use promo code to the game. Like I said, if you they're giving you $3. $3. I mean, it's $3. You know what I mean? So if you put 50 in there, they'll give you 150. You know what I mean? And free sports betting money. You know what I mean? So I mean, just do it. just do it and just bet your free money. I like to just don't bet out of your means and stuff like that, but just do what you can, and everything like that. But we'll probably get back next episode. We'll probably talk a little preseason. We'll talk. I think we finished up a divisional. AFC side of the preseason divisional previews and stuff like that. Next episode, we'll probably talk a little preseason in the NFC side. We'll probably talk, I don't know, maybe NFC North or NFC South, something like that.